Dollar Tree built its entire empire and its entire identity on one simple magic promise: that everything in the whole store costs exactly $1. That promise is gone, and shoppers are furious about it, with prices creeping upward, aisles cluttered, lines long, and employees quietly revealing what it is really like inside. But honesty first, because the headline oversells it. People are frustrated, but they are not actually abandoning the chain, and the truth is far more interesting than a simple boycott. Using pricing records, OSHA findings, and employees' own words, here is what is genuinely going wrong at Dollar Tree, what the employees are actually revealing, and just as importantly, what is not true at all. Before we start, hit like and subscribe. Let's get into it. 1. The dollar promise is dead. Start with the betrayal that started it all. For decades, the entire point of Dollar Tree was that everything, truly everything, cost $1. A simple, reassuring certainty that made the store special. In late 2021, that ended. The base price jumped to $1.25, and the single most important thing about the brand was quietly broken. To shoppers, this was not a small tweak. It was the loss of the one thing that defined the place. Employees felt the anger directly, with one telling Reddit that customers constantly say some version of, "This is $1.25. I guess it is not the Dollar Tree anymore." The name on the sign now describes a promise the store no longer keeps, and every single visit reminds loyal customers of exactly what they lost. So while Dollar Tree is still sold on the nostalgic magic of the single dollar deal, that broken promise quietly raises a question the familiar sign is designed to prevent. When the $1 in the name is no longer true, what exactly is left of the reason people fell in love with the store in the first place? It is worth being fair about why the change happened, because the company was not being cynical for its own sake. The single dollar price had held, remarkably, for more than 3 decades, and by 2021, rising costs in materials, shipping, and labor had made it genuinely unsustainable to keep everything at exactly $1 without gutting quality. In that light, the move to $1.25 was arguably honest, a way to keep offering real products rather than shrinking them into uselessness. But understanding the reason does not erase the emotional loss, and the company clearly underestimated how much the simple dollar promise meant to the people who loved it too. The prices keep climbing quietly. The $1.25 was only the beginning, and that is what really stings. Since then, the price creep has continued quietly, with base prices on many categories pushed to $1.50 and even $1.75 in 2025, often with red stickers slapped directly over the older, lower prices on existing stock. That detail, marking up merchandise that was already sitting on the shelf at a lower price, is what makes shoppers feel the change is sneaky rather than honest. There was no announcement. People simply started noticing the stickers. Customer reviews now overflow with the same complaint, that the prices keep going up, and the sense that the value is quietly eroding visit by visit is precisely what fuels the feeling that the store has lost its way, even as most items remain cheap. So while Dollar Tree is sold on still being the reliable low-price champion, that quiet upward creep raises a question the cheerful stickers are designed to prevent. When the price of the same item goes up under a sticker while you were not looking, how are you supposed to trust that any price on the shelf is really the deal it claims to be? The stickered over prices deserve special attention because they are what turned ordinary inflation into a feeling of betrayal. When a company raises the price of new stock, shoppers grumble but understand. Costs rise. But physically covering the printed lower price on an item already sitting on the shelf with a higher price sticker feels different, almost personal, as if the value were being taken back after it was already offered. Whether or not that is fair, it is a public relations own goal because it hands every frustrated customer a concrete, visible symbol of exactly what they resent. 3. The multi-price confusion. Here's the change that genuinely frustrates people at the register. You can no longer guess what anything costs. Dollar Tree has expanded aggressively into a multi-price model, adding $3, $5, and $7 items. And by late 2025, shoppers were spotting items priced as high as $10 in some stores. The problem is not only the higher prices, it is the loss of certainty. The whole genius of the old model was that you never had to check a price or do math. Everything was $1. Now, with prices ranging from $1.25 all the way to $10 and price checker scanners appearing in stores, the simple stress-free experience is gone, replaced by exactly the pricing guesswork people go to a dollar store to escape. One shopper put it bluntly: they knew the downfall was coming the moment they saw a price scanner appear. So while Dollar Tree is sold on being the simple, no surprises, easy shopping trip, that multi-price maze quietly raises a question the bright displays are designed to prevent. When you now have to hunt for a scanner just to learn what something costs, has the one true convenience of the dollar store quietly disappeared? To be fair to the strategy, the multi-price model genuinely does let Dollar Tree stock things it never could before, and that is a real benefit worth acknowledging. Under a strict $1 cap, the company was locked out of anything that simply cost more than $1 to make, which limited quality and selection. Multi-price lets it offer sturdier goods and a wider range, which some shoppers appreciate. The problem is not that higher priced items exist, it is that they arrived without clear labeling, erasing the effortless certainty that was the whole point, and trading a simple experience for a slightly better selection selection most customers never asked for. 4. Shrinkflation on the shelves. Paying more would sting less if you got the same product, but you often do not. Alongside the rising prices, customers report classic shrinkflation, the same or higher price for a visibly smaller quantity, with reviewers complaining that the product sizes keep getting a lot smaller even as the prices climb. This is the double squeeze that makes people feel genuinely cheated. It is one thing to pay $1.25 instead of $1, but paying more for fewer sheets, fewer ounces, or fewer pieces feels like being hit twice on the same visit. Because dollar store shoppers are the most price sensitive of all, watching every unit count, they notice this shrinking faster and resent it more than almost any other group of customers would. So while Dollar Tree is sold on stretching your money further than anywhere else, that quiet shrinking raises a question the full-looking package is designed to prevent. When the price rises while the amount inside falls, how much of the famous dollar store value is real, and how much is just the memory of it? Shrinkflation at a dollar store is especially corrosive because of who shops there and why. These are, by definition, the most budget-conscious shoppers in the country, people counting every dollar and every ounce, often stretching a fixed income or a tight paycheck. They are precisely the group most likely to notice that the paper towel roll has fewer sheets or the snack bag has fewer chips, and precisely the group least able to shrug it off. When a store built for the budget squeezed quietly gives them less, it lands harder there than the same trick would anywhere else. 5. The stores are a mess. Now, the complaint that comes up in review after review, and it is not about price at all. The stores themselves are often chaotic. Shoppers routinely describe cluttered, dirty, and unkempt Dollar Tree locations, with boxes blocking aisles, merchandise piled in the walkways, and shelves left unstocked or in disarray. This is where the customer experience and the employee experience collide, because the mess is not laziness, it is a symptom. Stores flooded with stock, but starved of staff physically, cannot keep the floor clean and organized, so the boxes pile up in the aisles and the shelves stay chaotic. The unpleasant, cluttered store that shoppers complain about is the visible surface of a much deeper staffing problem underneath, one the employees know all too well. So while Dollar Tree is sold as a quick, easy, grab-what-you-need stop, that cluttered chaos quietly raises a question the cheerful branding is designed to prevent. When the aisles are blocked and the shelves are a mess, trip after trip, what is that telling you about how the company treats the store and the people working in it? This connection between the messy store and the missing staff is the key that unlocks the entire video. So it is worth stating plainly. Almost every customer complaint, the long lines, the blocked aisles, the unstocked shelves, the general chaos, traces back not to lazy or careless workers, but to there being far too few of them for the volume of merchandise and customers. The company ships enormous quantities of product to each store while scheduling minimal labor to handle it, and the predictable result is a floor no small crew could possibly keep orderly. The mess is not an accident, it is arithmetic. 6. What the employees reveal: understaffing. This is the heart of the employee reveal, and it explains almost everything else. Across countless accounts, Dollar Tree workers describe chronic, severe understaffing, with stores frequently run by just 1 or 2 people covering the registers, the stocking, the cleaning, and the customers all at once. The consequences cascade from there. A single employee cannot run a register, unload a truck, face the shelves, and clean the floors at the same time. So lines grow long, aisles stay blocked with unstocked boxes, and the store slides into disarray. Not because workers are lazy, but because there are nowhere near enough of them. Employees describe feeling overwhelmed and burned out, stretched impossibly thin to protect labor costs, and shoppers feel the results as long waits and messy stores without ever seeing the cause. So while Dollar Tree is sold on friendly, convenient service, that hidden understaffing quietly raises a question the smiling branding is designed to prevent. When a whole store is left to 1 or 2 overwhelmed people at a time, whose experience is really being sacrificed to keep the labor bill as low as possible, it is important to be fair and note that understaffing is an industry-wide disease, not a Dollar Tree invention, and many discount and retail chains run painfully lean. But the problem is especially acute here because of the sheer volume of boxed merchandise these stores receive relative to their tiny crews, which creates a perfect storm of too much stock and too few hands. The human cost is real. Employees describe genuine burnout, impossible workloads, and the stress of being the only person responsible for an entire store, which is not only unfair to them, but also quietly degrades the experience for every customer who walks in. 7. What the employees reveal: serious safety problems. The understaffing and overstocking are not just inconvenient, they have been ruled genuinely dangerous, and this is the most serious entry by far. Federal safety regulators have repeatedly found hazardous conditions inside these stores, and the record is staggering. Since 2017, OSHA and state programs have conducted more than 500 inspections at Dollar Tree and Family Dollar, its sister chain under the same parent, and found more than 300 violations, issuing around $22.7 million in penalties. The violations are the same ones over and over: blocked and obstructed emergency exits, boxes stacked unsafely high, and fire extinguishers and electrical panels buried behind merchandise. In 2023, the company agreed to a sweeping corporate-wide settlement and a $1.35 million penalty, promising a nationwide root cause fix and 48-hour hazard corrections. And OSHA officials bluntly and repeatedly accused the chain of a long, disturbing history of putting profits above employee safety. So while Dollar Tree is sold as a harmless, everyday neighborhood store, that safety record quietly raises a question the friendly aisles are designed to prevent. When federal regulators repeatedly find blocked fire exits in store after store, is that a run of bad luck or a business model that treats safety as the cheapest corner to cut? The scale and repetition of these violations are what make them impossible to wave away as isolated incidents. This is not one bad store or one careless manager. It is more than 300 violations across hundreds of inspections spanning years with the same specific hazards, blocked exits, buried fire extinguishers, unstable stacks, recurring again and again. When federal regulators publicly describe a pattern of putting profits above employee safety, and the company keeps getting cited for the identical problems, it stops looking like accident and starts looking like a predictable consequence of shipping too much stock to too few workers with too little time to store it safely. 8. Quality that was always hit or miss. Here is an honest one that cuts against the nostalgia. A lot of Dollar Tree merchandise was never actually good. Much of the appeal was the thrill of the $1 price, not the durability of the goods. And plenty of items, the flimsy tools, the thin storage bags, the toys that break in an hour, were low quality all along. What changed is the math, not always the merchandise. When a disappointing item cost $1, the low quality felt acceptable, even funny, part of the dollar store gamble. But at $1.25, $1.50, or several dollars, that same flimsy product suddenly feels like a ripoff rather than a lark, because the price rose while the quality did not. The honest truth is that the value equation quietly flipped. The same product at a higher price simply stopped being worth it. So while Dollar Tree is sold on the fun of the unbeatable bargain, that quality versus price shift quietly raises a question the low sticker is designed to prevent. When the thing that made a cheap product forgivable was purely its rock bottom price, what happens to your patience the moment that price stops being rock bottom? This is genuinely one of the most honest and clarifying points in the whole discussion because it reframes the anger. A lot of the fury about declining quality is really fury about a broken value equation, not a sudden drop in the products themselves. The flimsy item that felt like a fun gamble at $1 feels like a genuine insult at $3, even if the item never changed at all. Recognizing this helps you shop smarter because it tells you the real question is never just, is this cheap, but is this actually worth what they are now asking, which is a question the old dollar store never made you ask. 9. The Family Dollar shadow. Part of the bad reputation comes from the chain's troubled sibling, and it is worth being fair about the distinction. Dollar Tree owned Family Dollar for years before selling it in 2025, and Family Dollar's very public problems have colored how people see both brands since they share a parent and a safety record. Family Dollar's low point was genuinely alarming. It temporarily closed around 400 stores tied to a rodent-infested distribution center, a scandal that led to a massive product recall, and eventually a record criminal fine over contaminated conditions. While that was the Family Dollar banner specifically, the two chains shared the same parent company and the same pattern of overstuffed, understaffed, hazard-prone stores. So the reputational damage bled directly across to Dollar Tree in the public mind. So while Dollar Tree is sold as a clean, cheerful, standalone brand, that shared history quietly raises a question the bright logo is designed to prevent. When two chains run by the same company keep producing the same overstuffed, understaffed, hazard-prone stores, how separate are their problems really? Fairness cuts in two directions here, so it is worth being precise. On one hand, it would be genuinely unfair to blame the Dollar Tree store near you for a rodent problem at a Family Dollar warehouse in another state. They are distinct store brands with distinct locations. On the other hand, they were run by the same corporate parent with the same lean staffing, heavy stock playbook, and the same OSHA record. So the problems were not random coincidences, but shared symptoms of a shared operating model. The 2025 sale of Family Dollar may eventually let Dollar Tree distance itself, but the reputational stain from years of shared ownership does not wash off overnight. 10. The twist. People are not actually leaving now. The honest turn that the outrage headlines leave out, and it changes the whole story. Despite all the complaints, the anger, and the broken promise, people are not actually refusing to shop at Dollar Tree. By the numbers, the chain is quietly thriving. The data is striking. In early 2026, Dollar Tree's foot traffic was actually up nearly 1% year over year, even as shoppers cut back everywhere else. And the company reported net sales up around 9% to roughly $5.5 billion in a single quarter, with same-store sales up about 5% over the prior year. Crucially, the company itself says roughly 85% of all its sales still come from items priced at just $2 or less. So for all the fury about $10 items, the store is mostly still cheap, and the multi-price gamble is, financially, clearly working so far. People complain loudly and then keep shopping there anyway, because when money is tight, a mostly cheap store, even an imperfect one, is still a genuine lifeline. So while the story is sold as everyone abandoning Dollar Tree in disgust, that quiet growth raises the real question the outrage is designed to prevent. When customers grumble about every price hike and then walk right back through the door, store. Is the problem that the store is dying, or that it has correctly bet you have nowhere cheaper to go? This is the fact that reframes every other entry in the video, and it deserves to be sat with honestly. All the anger is real, all the complaints are valid, and yet the tills keep ringing and the traffic keeps rising, which tells you something uncomfortable about the economy as much as about the store. People are not shopping at Dollar Tree because they are thrilled with it. They are shopping there because budgets are tight, and a mostly cheap store, even a frustrating one, still beats the alternatives. The grumbling and the growth are not a contradiction. Together they are a portrait of squeezed shoppers with few good options. So the complaints are real, the growth is real, and the truth sits in the tension between them. Here is what to actually do with all of it. What actually works? Shopping Dollar Tree. Smart. The single most important habit now is to abandon the old assumption that everything is automatically a deal, because that is no longer true. Check the price on every item, use the in-store scanners the company has added, and compare against Walmart, Aldi, and grocery store unit prices, since some Dollar Tree goods are still genuinely cheap, while others are now beaten easily elsewhere. Party supplies, greeting cards, gift bags, and basic seasonal items remain reliably strong value, while the higher-priced, multi-price merchandise deserves the same scrutiny you would give any store. Beyond price, shop with the staffing reality in mind. Expect longer lines and leaner crews. Be kind to the one or two people running the whole store. And if you see genuinely blocked fire exits or dangerously stacked merchandise, that is a real safety issue worth reporting, not just an annoyance. Focus your Dollar Tree trips on the categories where it still wins. Treat it as one tool among several rather than a blanket bargain, and you keep the genuine savings without falling for the assumption that the name on the door still guarantees the lowest price. It also helps to know exactly what Dollar Tree is genuinely good for now, rather than treating it as all good or all bad. It remains one of the best places in the country for party and celebration supplies, greeting cards, gift wrap, basic craft materials, and disposable seasonal decor, where the value is still real and hard to beat. Where it has become far less reliable is on food, brand name household staples, and anything where quality and quantity matter, categories now often won by Walmart, Aldi, or a warehouse club. Shop it as a specialist, not a one-stop, and it still earns its place, which means the decision, as always, is about information, not outrage, information. Here's the honest balance to carry out of this video, because this is a story the internet loves to tell too simply. The complaints about Dollar Tree are completely real and completely valid. The beloved dollar promise is genuinely gone. Prices really have crept up under quiet stickers. The multi-price model really has made shopping more confusing, and the stores really are often understaffed, cluttered, and, according to years of federal findings, sometimes seriously unsafe. Anyone who dismisses those frustrations is not paying attention to the shoppers or the employees. But the headline claim that everyone is refusing to shop there is simply not true, and honesty demands saying so clearly. Dollar Tree's traffic is up, its sales are growing, and the overwhelming majority of what it sells is still cheap, which is why frustrated customers keep coming back despite everything. The real story is not a boycott. It is a beloved brand straining as it transforms, keeping most of its value while quietly shedding the simple identity that made people love it, and customers feeling that loss even as they keep filling their carts. There is also a genuinely important point buried in the employee side of this, one that deserves more attention, and that is worth remembering the next time you are tempted to snap at an overwhelmed cashier. So the practical version is calm and clear. Believe the complaints, because they are real, but ignore the boycott narrative, because the numbers flatly contradict it. Check prices instead of assuming them, since the dollar guarantee is gone for good. Lean on the categories where Dollar Tree still genuinely wins, treat the rest with normal comparison shopping, and extend a little patience to the understaffed workers caught in the middle of a company transformation they did not choose. Do that, and you get the real value that remains without the nostalgia or the outrage clouding your judgment. If this gave you a clearer picture of what is really happening at Dollar Tree, go ahead and like it. It helps this reach the people who need to see it. Share it with the friend who keeps insisting the store is dead, because the truth is a lot more interesting than that. And if you want more videos that pull apart what is really behind the everyday stores most people never question, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because the more clearly you understand how these decisions actually get made, the better the decisions you get to make for yourself. We will see you in the next one.